saw, dude. So hopefully I'm about done with this work stuff. Seriously, hopefully, because I'm running out of gas. Last year sometime I had traded off some stuff and I ended up with 3 pit bikes. One was a PW80, one was a Suzuki JS80, and then I got this RedKat Mammoth 90. The RedKat Mammoth 90, Matt asked me if he could have it. We're gonna see how he's doing with it. So that being said, let's get after it.
This is the latest of projects. All this fun stuff to make a 90cc cool again. Can't remember the year for the life of me, but it is a RedKat Mammoth 90. It's basically like the 4-stroke version of a PW80. We got new tires going in, brand new plastics, new tubes, new grips, kickstand, shifter, lever, all wiring harness. Nice ProTaper bars, nice seat. Right there is a 4-inch suspension riser for the rear shock. Top end kit for this, and hopefully just a top end and not a bottom end, because the motor makes 0 compression now. I haven't ever heard it run. No idea. Well, no, I heard it like fire one time just by spraying some juice right in the tube, some spicy Windex. Hopefully we can get this thing dialed in and running, because I want a pit bike, and we have no pit bike in the lineup. I mean, we have mini bikes with pit bike motors, and we have mini bikes. I don't have a legit pit bike. But it's definitely not going to be the last one I own. I mean, I've seen worse. Definitely seen worse. Look how small that piston is. This is the piston from a Harbor Freight Predator 212. Yeah, that dude's tiny. Teeny. It's not the worst. Cross-hatching's still there. There we go. I'm gonna show you guys my setup for cutting new seats. Well, kind of. More like grinding in new seats when you don't have nice fancy tools. Now basically, I have a piece of hose shoved over the valve stem, piece of hose, and the drill. Turn this, it turns that, and you can pull on it, set your tension, just sit there and hold it for a little bit. Every once in a while, back off, lift up, allow to get some more in. Then you can just pop the rubber hose off. Put that right out of there. Let me clean it up real quick. You see how nice and clean cut that valve is now? I mean, you can barely see the ridge, but it's there. But I got the piston on, rings on. I mean, that's self-explanatory. Just literally go off this if you don't know. Got everything nice and lubed up, and got the gasket on and all that. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. That's who you'll probably hear in the background. Oh, almost forgot. Gaskets. No, they're right here. Fresh from China. That minty China plastic case. She is very excited about this dirt bike build. You guys can hear. Gasket maker material and stuff like that and things like this. It gets to be too much, you know, plug things up, do dumb things, which makes me nervous that somehow or some way that's, you know, gonna travel. And these don't have oil filters, they have oil screens. Mind you as well, we'll throw this motor in. Alright, so these, best that I can possibly explain, is like a shock absorber. This is a clutchless bike, and if you're high revving, kind of things like that, and you kick it in gear, this kind of buffers that a little bit. It's not terribly bad. I probably could have cleaned up everything a lot nicer, but like I said, it's not a show bike. It's just to have fun in. I mean, it's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get wrecked. It was free, courtesy of Colin, but not free if you ask my bank account. By the way, if you keep seeing gaps, I don't know why the camera's doing this. It just keeps turning off and turning back on, which is super annoying. There we go. Just a couple Dougas. That's all it takes. And just zip tie this.
Zip tie certified.
Yes, sir. Runs good. Sounds good. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to put on plastics. Really proud of that grease they put on this thing. Oh, none of it. What? Well, that's a first.
Okay, I'll never do that again.
I mean, I'm not mad at that, but all right. Dude, I have never bought a chain that exact fit.
Did that on purpose too.
And what's nice is too, the chain fits exactly, and I still have room for the adjustments. Alright, so it's been a little while, and we've tested a little bit. I ran into a few things, like aftermarket pegs aren't as strong as they should be, and I broke the shock extension. Just clean, stripped out, and then the whole shock was just hanging out inside there. I don't know if you can really see how well, but it's way up in there, and that shock was just bouncing all around. Zero ground clearance, you know, we got a little muddy. Had to try out those tires. Now it's time to fire it up for everybody. Usually fires up decently, just as long as you get it in the right spot. There she is. Don't mind the exhaust rattle. Fairly peppy, and I will take you on a little cruise through my yard and have to turn this down. It's just a terrible placement, but that can be done later. All right, let's go cruise through my yard. It's still a little cold, and I don't have the choke on. That's just a second. But yeah, there'll be a later video of me taking it back in a little pit bike racetrack that I found. But as for now, thanks for watching, y'all. See you later.